Hello and welcome to the Streamline and Shine podcast. My name is Steph Bolton and I'm 1/3 of Bolton Virtual Solutions, a team made up of me, Mum, and my two daughters, Sam and Amy. Our family virtual assistant agency's absolute passion is helping time-poor female entrepreneurs with those ridiculously long to-do lists, because we all know how they get longer instead of shorter, so that they're able to focus on doing what they love. You're going to want to stick around if you find yourself constantly just doing this thing quickly instead of spending time with your family, or if you look at your list of tasks and feel like crying, or even if you're just simply wondering how to manage your time better and delegate to your team. We're going to be covering topics from social media to marketing, systems and processes to outsourcing and so much more, so that you can see what's possible for you and your business. So let's get stuck in. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Streamline and Shine podcast. And today I'm joined by the absolutely amazing Danelle Hobson, who is an intuitive business coach. So she's on the podcast today to answer my questions about her journey as an entrepreneur and how she's made things happen so that she's able to work smarter and not harder, because we all love a bit of that, don't we, Dan?
We do.
So welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me. Really honoured to be picked.
Always welcome, always. So,
Yeah.
First question, we're going straight in. So we're going to come to your backstory shortly, but tell us about your business and how it is now.
Okay, so as you said, I am an intuitive business coach, and I didn't start off like that. So obviously I'll tell you about that in a second, but like I've evolved to this. So my business is always ever evolving, but I am a business coach that helps you pretty much become an energetic frequency, an energetic match, should we say, for the dreams, goals, desires, for the life and business that you were supposed to live. Because we weren't just put on this earth to be, to live any old life. We were put on this earth to live an extraordinary life. And I truly, truly believe that. But sometimes we're conditioned to stay small, and we're conditioned into boxes, and we're conditioned into society and generational patterns and cultural patterns and all of that sort of stuff. But I'm here to help you break out of those old patterns, the patterns that are not meant for you, that were put on you, and break into the frequencies, the vibes, the world, whatever you want to call it, that you are meant to be in. And so I lead my business from an energetic point of view, and I also do that for my clients too. So I help my clients do more of what they love, have more of what they want, and be more of their actual magical selves, like always. That's like kind of my tagline, and I stick by that. Like you're meant to have fun, you're meant to love what you do, you're meant to get up every morning and be excited about working with the people that you're working with, going to the places that you go in, being in the environments that you are, and be happy and be more fulfilled. And if I could just make one more person each day, each week, each month, whatever, be more fulfilled in their life, then my job here is done.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I love that. And I probably don't know all of your backstory, like how I kind of remember the main parts. So tell us how you started your own business, and were you doing something different to begin with?
Yes. So I've been in business now for knocking on 11 years. So a decade, a good full decade I've been at it now. But I started my business when I was like 26, 27. So I'm knocking on 40's door now.
But it's not that bad.
I know. Everybody keeps telling me like life starts at 40, right? So we'll see.
I'm waiting. You make it. It's what you make it.
Exactly. And I'm going to make it absolutely fucking fabulous. So
yes, of course you are.
Okay. So before I was doing that, I was in the healthcare sector. So I worked for looking after adults with learning difficulties. I had a couple of kids, so like I was doing the whole work, home, looking after the kids, 3-year-old, 7-year-old when I started my business. And I just literally stumbled across a Facebook post. I wasn't fulfilled, obviously, in what I was doing. I loved my job, don't get me wrong. It was fulfilling in the way that like I'm a caregiver, in general. Like I'm a fixer. I like to help people. Like that is just within me anyway. So it was, as an employed job, it was probably the best employed job I could have had. That was the type of job that I absolutely needed to do. However, it just, I was working for somebody else and that did not float my boat. I'm now 100% unemployable. Nobody would ever want me to work for them because I wouldn't clock in on time. I wouldn't clock out on time. I wouldn't do as I'm told. I've always been a bit of a rebel. So I'd spent 3 years getting married, 3 years getting married, 3 years planning getting married. And then I all of that had gone to the wayside. We'd got married and I was like, what the frig am I going to do now? And within 6 months, I'd seen this post and I joined this business, and it was in the network marketing industry. So I was labeled the aloe lady, not the Avon lady, the aloe lady, because I worked called Forever Living, which was all aloe vera products. And again, I just latched onto the potential of what this business could do for me. Now, I'm a girl from Doncaster, like grew up on a council estate, like no two pennies to rub together. Like I literally am, from that world. I didn't grow up around people that had money. I didn't grow up around people that had businesses. The parents were split between the men. The dads went to work and the women stayed. The mum stayed at home and looked after the kids. And if they worked a part-time job, and that was kind of it. I didn't know any different to that. I just knew something inside was like, I weren't meant for this life. I weren't meant to be told what to do, mainly, but also I just needed something else.
There was something missing.
There was something missing, yeah. So when I saw this advert, I was like, boom, I'm in. Let's go. With all of the skepticism, don't get me wrong, because obviously I come from a council estate and in Yorkshire. So we're all like, no, somebody's out to get you there. Like they're having your pants down. Don't be daft. Like everybody's out to scam somebody up here. That's the conditioning. But I was like, fuck it, it's 200 quid. It was 200 quid for a box of products. I was like, worst case scenario, I've got these products to use. They can't be that bad. Worst case scenario, I could sell them, make a bit of money back. But I just took to it like a duck to water. Like I was just in. This was like my bag. I loved it. I was ignorance on fire, put it that way. So within 6 months, I was earning 4 times my monthly income. And I was doing it super, super, super part-time because I had a 3-year-old, a 7-year-old, a full-time job, a husband, brand new husband. We were in the honeymoon period still, a house to keep, and a cat, right? So I had a busy life. I still, I had a busy life, but I was like, and this is the thing with me, when I put my mind to something, it's happening. Like there's nothing will get in the way. Like it's like I've become very
focused and laser focused, isn't it?
Tenacious and like laser focused. So that's what happened, and I quit my job. 6 months later, came out of work, and I've never worked for somebody else since. So I loved that work. I loved the job, and what I loved most about it, even though the products were amazing, and I still use them to this day, is even though the products were amazing, I loved developing women. I loved leading women. I loved showing women. I loved showing women like me, women stay-at-home mums, or people that were stuck in work, the 9 to 5 that they didn't like and didn't enjoy, showing them another way, showing them that they could do what I was doing as well. So I loved that. Obviously, in the network marketing industry, if the people that you are then helping come into this world don't go on and sell what the business sells, you don't earn any money from that. So obviously I was helping all these women. They were like getting the confidence and the mindset and everything, and then they were like leaving that and going and doing their own thing, or they weren't selling the aloe, so I weren't getting the commission. So it kind of, I did really well in it, don't get me wrong. Like I did 4 or 5 years in that, 5 years in that business, and I traveled the world with them. I spoke on stages of 5,000 people. I mean, even that in itself, like put me on a stage in front of 5,000 people in a massive auditorium talking about the business opportunity, and I thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. Put me in Karen's front room with eight of her mates talking about the products, and I was like, I hated it, but I loved the business side of it. I loved opportunity. I love the potential of you could earn a decent amount of money, and which I was earning. And then, over the years, it lit me up until it didn't. And And the bit that didn't light me up was the fact that you are ultimately relying on other people to make it big and hold that consistency. But that being said, I'm still a massive advocate of network marketing. I just think it needs to be an additional income stream rather than your be all and end all.
Okay.
I literally was that. It was that for me. I put the blinkers on and I wouldn't even look at another business opportunity. I wouldn't even look at putting my energy anywhere else. However, no matter how much I worked, it just, unless I had the team going out there and doing as well, I was never going to earn more than what I could kind of bring in. So yeah, so it was good, it was great, and I will never ever regret doing it, because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be where I am right now.
No, because you wouldn't have realised that you were good at coaching women, would you?
No, nope, I wouldn't have realised that actually little old me from Aston in Doncaster could do something like that. I wouldn't have realised that, like, I could, I could own a business, I could run a business, I could lead women. So yeah, 100%. So then obviously I'd realized by doing this over 5 years that I was really good at coaching women. So I was like, I need to do this in my own right now. So I went in 2019, I requalified, retrained, and did a load of coaching qualifications and developed myself massively that year, and then set up my business that I have now, which is Danelle Hobson Coaching. I started off actually as a life coach, then went into mindset coaching within about 3 weeks, went into mindset coaching, niche down into that, and then within about another 3 months I'd gone into business coaching, because I was like, I couldn't know how to run a business, and I knew that's what I had as well. So yeah, I went into business coaching, and it literally, it flew from there. Like, I was made for this. Obviously lockdown happened as well, which gave me a little boost. That was literally on the table. Everybody wanted to start the business because they couldn't work.
Yeah.
So that helped me massively, elevated me a little bit. Credit where credit's due. Cheers, COVID.
Something good had to come out of it, didn't it?
There's always good to come out of every situation, isn't there? So yeah, so I then developed from just the strategy into strategy and mindset, and then strategy, mindset, and energy, because I've always been mega spiritual, and I'm just evolving constantly, Steph. Like, it's like, as more and more spiritually, more and more in line with where I'm supposed to be.
So I've known you for 2 years now. Yeah, I think it's 2 years. And from when I first met you to now, the changes that have happened in you and in your business are like mega. So like you say, it's ever evolving, it's ever moving, it's ever changing, it's ever growing. So yeah, I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of you too.
Okay, so you've kind of answered my next question, so we'll move on to the next one. So what is your big focus for this year, and why have you chosen it as your focus?
Okay, so my focus every year is always to grow. At the minute, I'm only 38, and I've got plenty more that I can do, and I've got a bigger impact that I can make. And obviously growing my business is going to help that happen. So, like, the ripple effect, the visibility, the meeting more people, the touching more people's lives, whether that's through me or through my clients, being a part of that ripple effect is always my focus. And that sounds really cheesy and cliche.
No, but I get it.
But like, I want to touch more people's lives. But like, I truly believe that this is my passion. I truly believe that this is why I was put on this earth, to help change the game, for women and for people. And that's like beyond in me. So I don't think I'll ever stop until my last breath. I think that is, like, in one way, shape, or another, I will be touching lives and helping people grow and personally develop, and we do literally evolve every single day. So I've got one more of a practical focus. I'm actually starting 2 new businesses this year, because I'm very well adverse to the fact that the most successful business owners in the world have an average of 7 income streams. So that would only be 4 that I'll have by the end of this year.
Only 4. Only 4.
So obviously I have another business, Feed FM, with my with 2 of my besties.
Yeah.
So which is the retreat business that we run. So I've got that and I have my coaching. And then I've got 2 more launching this year, all obviously in line with what I already do, which obviously means that I can help more people and I can push more out. So, but that's like those 2 are a little bit under wraps. So there is a focus. So for those of you that are listening and like, I need to know what that is, you'll have to come and follow me to find
watch this space and go and follow Danielle.
Sounds really bad, doesn't it? Like when you put on your stories, I'm like, what's this space? Or like I'm working on something different. I'm like, just fucking tell me. Like
yeah, I hate it, but you're doing it, but it's fine.
I hate it myself, but obviously there is things, because it's another business. Like I want
there's reasons behind it, isn't there? There's reasons.
Yeah.
So, okay. I love those, by the way. Growth and 2 new businesses. Like, hello, 2025.
Hello.
Okay, so you just mentioned business besties. What would you say is the importance of having your biz besties or finding your tribe as a female business owner?
Oh my God. So
this is going to be a long answer, everyone. I can feel it.
You're laying back, you're sitting back.
I'm getting comfy.
I feel love. It's everything that I preach, because it, like you've heard me mention a few times now about, like, you know, conditioning and, you know, we're born, and then sometimes we're born into places, environments, generational conditioning, societal conditioning, all of that. We're born into these things and these places, and you've heard the saying, and so many people will have heard this saying and get it, they understand it, but like when you really get it, when this saying actually penetrates your energy and your soul and you really get it, that's when you really see the importance of environment and business besties and people, and you become like the people you spend the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? That's the saying. You become like the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Yeah.
So, and I see this very often. So I have clients that they'll come to networking events that I'm at or that I run, or they'll be in my masterminds or my memberships, and they're growing and they're evolving, and then they're loving it and they're getting all excited and they're driven and they're motivated and they're ambitious, and then they go home and their partner or their mum and dad or their sister or whatever is like, or their best friend that doesn't get it, brings them down. Yeah. And then they come back into my world and then they're like, oh my God. And then they go back home and they're like, and it is so true. Like the more you can surround yourself with people that are on the same trajectory as you, or that have done what you're doing, or get you, understand you, can motivate you, and are just vibey as fuck, right? Like you want to be around the people that are vibey as hell. Because that helps you be stronger, because it's okay for the people at home or wherever, you know, whatever environment, some people that are still working, you know, like some people that have still got a day job and they go to the office, do the day job, and they're like, oh my God, this is draining my soul. Like it's literally dragging everything out of me. And then they spend an hour on the business when they get home and they're absolutely amazing and they love it. And then they go back to work the next day and it's, hello. Yeah.
Here I am.
Yeah, you are. I knew you'd relate to that bit. And this is what happens. So the more you can create, and it's not necessarily time, but it's the impact that space, that energy has on you.
Yeah.
So environment is huge. Get yourself in the rooms, whether it's a virtual room or whether it is, you know, a physical room. Get yourself consuming as much as you possibly can. Stop listening to the radio, put a podcast on, or your favorite playlist on Spotify. Something that raises your vibration, that lifts up your energy, that makes you feel alive, motivated, driven, and ready to like do what it is that's your passion and that you're meant, your purpose that you're meant to be doing, that's on your business. And it's never about making all of your life or all of your day or 100% of your time, because then you go, well, I don't want to split up with my husband, or, you know, I actually do enjoy my work, I just don't enjoy the person that's sitting next to me on next desk or whatever. Like it's not necessarily about cutting all of that out of your life, it's just tipping the scales. Tipping the scales. So obviously I have my business besties, all of my clients are my friends. Like I've purposely created and curated a life, a business of people, whether they're peers, business partners, clients, coaches, that I would literally spend time with, whether I was paying them or not, or whether they was paying me or not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you've got, and I think I'm probably the same, and I would probably say that most business owners are the same, especially the ladies, where you've got like pockets of business besties. So they're besties for a different, not a different reason, but because they've got like they do something different, they make you feel a different way, or
Yes.
they help you in a different way. So I'm exactly the same. I've got my coach, I've got my coaching group, I've got my two biz besties. We all know who they are by now.
Yep.
And then I've got people who I've just clicked with
Yeah.
throughout my business journey. So they're all, they all mean the same to me, but they're my biz besties for like on different paths kind of thing.
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
But that's true in life. Take away the business, for business, like you'd have certain friends, and in certain scenarios, in certain situations, that you would pick up the phone to for different reasons. Like you would have this person, you would pick them up if you're having an argument with your husband. This person you pick up because you're having a nightmare with your kids, because it's anything where you can relate to. Obviously, we're a vast pool of knowledge, skills, experience, but all on, and this is the beauty of business owners and business besties and business groups and networking groups, is everybody in business gets it. It doesn't matter what business you do, how long you've been in business. It's like a mutual language. Business mutual is a language that we all speak, and we all just get it. Like either somebody is doing what you're about to do, or is doing what you're already, or wants to do what you're already doing. And you just get it. Like, again, it doesn't even matter what business, neither. Just business conversation is super important. So if you can have conversations daily with people in business, if you are sat there wanting to start a business or grow a business, then think about your environment, think about who you're talking to from a conversational point of view, in inbox right up to the rooms that you're actually going and physically sitting in.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So this is a big question. What's the big, huge dream for you?
Okay. So my ultimate goal is freedom. And again, sounds really cliche, but like it's, so let me expand on what freedom means to me, because again, freedom means something different for everybody.
Yeah.
So I never want to ever be in a position where I am choosing this or that.
Okay.
I want it all. So I want the freedom to be able to invest in my life, my body, my mind, my energy, my business the way that I want, without having to go, I can't do that quite yet because I haven't got enough money, or because everything revolves around money. Everything costs money.
100%.
Everything costs money, like everything. So I will never, like, I am to like, money is too taboo. Like, we need to stop that. It's less taboo in the business world.
Yeah, I've said exactly the same. And I done a money mindset course at the end of last year. And even before that, I've never been shy in talking about my wages that I get at work. I've never been shy about telling someone what a client's paying me, because it's, yes, it makes the world go round and it's the root of everything, but we all need it to survive. So why aren't we talking about it?
From a basic level of survival, like in the world that we live in right now, I mean, we're not all Bear Grylls. Like, like the world that we live in right now, we can't all, like, if we all went off to the wild, there won't be enough wild for us all to live in. Like, we need to go back to the concrete jungles, right? So to live in these places, and then, to the basic survival, we need money. To have a safe roof over our head, to have food in our mouth, we need money. Never mind anything else that you want to do or would like to do. The more money you earn, the more impact you can have. So if you're purpose driven to make an impact in this world, if you, like myself, like yourself, like if you are purpose driven to make an impact in this world, then you need money to be able to do that. So it's millions for me. Like I will be a millionaire. Like I'm not yet,
Hmm.
but I absolutely will be. So that's my ultimate goal, is to make as much money as I need to make to be able to never have to say no or this or that. Like I want to be able to give to charity and invest in my business. I want to
Mm.
be able to like, you know, make an impact in the world, but also get on a private jet. Like I want to do everything. I want to do everything. At the minute, maybe when I get the millions and I can afford a private jet, I might go, oh, fuck that, I don't want that anymore. I just want
Yeah,
to do everything I want to do when I want to do it.
but it's having the choice, isn't it?
It's the choices. It's the impact that the money makes. So yes, I am heavily money driven, but it's not money driven for in the sense of figures, just to say that, status of having money or I'm a millionaire or whatever. It's
Yeah,
what's behind it. It's what that money can do for
that's what
me
it means.
that
Yeah,
makes me feel good. So I know, because like we've been in situations before, where me and Clint actually have had like little ab dabs, because money's not the necessarily the driver. Like when I'm happy, when I'm absolutely like, and there's been times in my life when I've been happy, and we've had nothing, like we've had
mm.
no money, like we've had just the basics, but I've been happy in that moment. And he'll say there's been times where he said like you need to up your hours from part time and work more. Like we need, and I'm like no, I don't want to work more because I'm happy only working 16 hours a week. I don't want to work 38. Like I'm
Yeah,
happy doing this. Like I'm doing before. Obviously, I started my business, and now obviously I've latched onto my purpose and my what I'm here for.
yeah,
I'm in the I want more, and obviously the money, I know what the money can give me moving forward. So yeah,
yeah.
it's different. It's different now. Obviously I'm happy, but I know I'll be even happier when I make more impact, when I have more
Yes,
choices, when I yeah. So that's where
yeah.
I'm at.
When you can live the life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you know what? I'm super grateful for where I'm at. Like I preach this quite a lot as well about the duality. Like
Mm,
you can be super grateful for where you are, what you've achieved, what life you live, but you can also want more as well.
of course, of
So
course.
100%.
Okay. So, with your big goal in mind, then to becoming that multimillionaire, maybe even a billionaire, who knows?
That been
Depends
nice.
how quick she spends it, everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
But tell us how you've streamlined things in your business. So whether that's systems, processes, whether it's your onboarding, managing your time, that kind of thing. How have you done that to help you get towards that goal?
Okay. So my answer to this always starts with energy, because you need to know what you love to do and what you don't love to do, what drains your energy and what lifts your energy, because you are the star of the show in your business. You started your business because you are good at what it is that your business is about. So if you're a business coach, you're good at business. If you're, a VA, you're good at doing, VA work for your clients. If you're a mindset coach, you're good at mindset coach. Like for example, if you're a mindset coach, you don't want to be going and spending like hours in spreadsheets or
Mm,
writing, scheduling emails out or spending all your time on social media. And even though all of those things are part and parcel of what make a business and what make a successful business, you've got to find out what you love doing in your business first. Once you
yeah.
find out what gives you the energy and what you love doing in your business first, then you can put to one side what you don't. And what you don't with that is then you find what you don't, you then find ways to work around that. So that could be, again, depending on where you are in the business. If you've got the funds to invest, you go and hire other people, the likes of yourself.
Mm,
And people that can do the things in your business that you don't necessarily like doing, and they can do it better than you. You want them to do it better than you, even if you could do it. Well, I literally weird, because I was having this conversation inside one of my masterminds today, and I referred it to like being, a GP. A GP goes to university. They learn general practice medicine. They know a lot, but they
mm,
don't niche in anything, right?
mm, mm,
Like you have women's problems, you want to go to a gynecologist because they're a specialist. They niche in. They see vaginas on a daily basis. They see wounds on a daily basis. They play about with all of that sort of stuff on a daily basis. So they have all of the experience, all of the knowledge, and all of the like exposure, let's say, to that on a
Yeah.
daily basis. So they're going to be specialists at it, right?
Yeah.
So you need to be the specialist in your business,
Mm.
and you let everybody else be the specialists of their business with your areas of business, and you make up so absolutely finding systems and processes that work for you. Like, I'm an absolute geek for a Google Calendar. Put a spreadsheet in front of me and I'll be sick. Like, literally, I can't stand it. But I
So
have,
dramatic.
I know, it's, honestly, I'm like, ugh. Like, I don't even know what that even is. It's just lots of lines and boxes. I don't know. I don't like it. Just don't. I've got no intention, no desire to ever find out what any formula does inside of a spreadsheet. And
Okay.
I absolutely know that it will make my life easier. But I don't want to do that. I will give that to somebody
So
else.
you give that to an expert,
They
basically.
can figure that shit out for me. Make it
Yes.
work for me. I just want to know what the result is. That I don't need
Yes.
to know how you play about with those boxes, because that's not for me. But then there's like finding the software, finding the people, obviously, that can help you out with that. So yeah, I'm a very simple girl. What feels good for me to do in my business and what doesn't. And
Mm.
the shit that doesn't, I go and get somebody else to do that for me.
Yeah. There's always someone out there, isn't there, to help.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, nobody likes emptying bins except the bin men.
No.
They
Well,
love it,
I'm not,
right?
not even sure they like it, to be fair, but they do it day in, day out.
They
They
do
must stink
it.
when they come home, mustn't they?
They like it enough to be able to keep coming, keep coming up to work with a big orange vises on and like collect the wage slip at the end of the week. And if that's what makes them happy,
Yeah.
happy days.
Crack
Somebody has
on.
to do it.
Crack on. Yeah. I wouldn't know how to load a bin onto a dust lorry. So, let's leave it to the experts, as you say. So basically, what your answer is to outsource as much as you
Out-
can for the things that you
Outsource.
don't enjoy.
Yeah, in all different areas. And like I say, if you it's the start of your business, there's always like service swaps that you can do, or
Mm.
things that can help you. Like there's systems and processes that are free. There's learning how to do things quicker and easier. Cutting, not cutting corners and cutting corners, but like you can do things in a more streamlined way to make it easier for you until you've got the funds to be able to invest. There's lots of different ways that you can do it, but like I've had my fair share of service swaps over the years. They've been absolutely like phenomenal. It's been
Mm.
amazing. And I still
Mm.
do it from time to time now. Like, you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours in certain areas.
Yeah, I do it. I
Yeah,
do it.
absolutely. I think it's brilliant. As long as you are put together well enough that you know your boundaries and that the
Yeah.
boundaries are set between you both, the contracts are, set between you both know what hymn sheet you're singing from, that sort of thing, then I can't see why it's a bad thing. So don't sit there thinking when we talk, because I know a lot of people will switch off when you say outsourcing, they go, I can't afford it
Mm.
straight away. That Be creative, think outside the box. What can
Yeah.
you
And also speak to people who have got their own businesses, like get referrals, get recommendations, get reviews. And, you've just got to ask around and you'll find the answer you're looking for.
Absolutely. You just got to talk, have the conversations with the women in business. And if you're not in the rooms with the women in business, get in the rooms with the women in business.
Yes, that is the be all and end all, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. You always hear something, don't you? Like, God, I learned something new today. Like, I bang on about manifestation. I've been banging on about manifestation for years, in my business. And we were talking about vision boards, and obviously, being at the Amazing Lisa's event on Saturday, we were talking about vision boards, and I was sharing my vision board with the girls and everything. And like somebody had said about a vision video, like a movie, creating a vision board that moves. And I was like,
Ooh.
that is new. Go and create that and then show me how to do it.
What an amazing idea.
Imagine you then also be able to put it on your screensaver, and every time you open your laptop it plays.
Plays. Yeah, yeah. I've got my vision board here. Here's the
Mine is
OG.
just at the other side of this of
But
the
I've also got it set as my
screen.
desktop background because I need to keep seeing it. I need to keep
Yeah,
seeing it. I'm manifesting the shit out of it.
absolutely. We love
So yeah, I want all of that plus the rosé. Can't forget
all
that.
of the rose.
Right, okay. So that is all of my questions. But before we disappear, please can you tell the listeners where they can find you and what your current offer is for them, please?
Yes, absolutely. So I tend to fuck about on Instagram quite a bit.
She does.
Tends to be where I am. It's my favorite. Again, I'd go with where I feel called to go, where I love to play about, where I love the features and everything that Instagram offer, except for sometimes it can be a see you next Tuesday. But
Mm,
and
mm,
things happen like that. Tech can be like that, social media can be like that sometimes, but it's my favorite platform. So definitely come on over to Instagram and follow me over there. Please come into my inbox and say hi. It's me. I don't outsource my DMs or anything like that. It's me that hangs about in there, my stories and stuff. I'm very down to earth. I'm very approachable. So I'd love to have a chat. My current offer, I would say, like I'm mad on the EFT at the moment. Like it's really changing some lives and bringing, changing the game money wise. Obviously, we talked about money quite a bit in here, and it's people are doing it, and the next day, having clients sign up that have been cold, earning 7.5 grand days, like bringing new clients in, having money drop in from like nowhere. So that's something that I'm pushing at the moment, and I've got a freebie. So you can come and do the free money one. That's in my link in my bio. I'm sure Steph will put it in the show notes. And then I've also got a power pack that I put together of over 20 EFTs that are good for women in business. So
mm.
things that will help with self-limiting beliefs, money mindset, imposter syndrome, procrastination, trusting yourself, fear of judgment, all of those sorts of things. So there's a
Mm.
lot there, and that's 33 quid. So
And also, like, I always say I'm on the fence with the witchy shit, okay?
yes.
So I don't put a barrier up to it when I hear it. I
Hmm.
don't mind learning a bit more about it. I just don't
Hmm.
actively go and seek it. Yeah.
Hmm.
But I got one of your free EFTs
Hmm.
videos, and I think it was a money one.
Yeah.
I think it was the first one you
It's the
released,
only,
wasn't
oh,
it?
I did an Aries one as well last year, but that was the money one is the one that's out all the time.
Yeah, so I did that, and I think I messaged you, didn't I, saying that when on the numbers bit, when you rate yourself before and you rate yourself after, I'd moved up. There was no doubt.
Hmm.
Um,
It's
and
in
it's such an easy thing to do as well. Like it's different, obviously, when you're creating it, teaching it, whatever. But actually watching the video, listening to video, and taking part, it literally can take you 10 minutes, and it can change your day.
absolutely, and it's just because of the without going into whole training on EFT. I mean, that can be from the podcast if your listeners are obviously
Yeah.
up for it. Of course, I don't mind coming back and talking about that. But EFTs, so I also was very much like you and would once upon a time have called it the witchy shit, like I don't get it, like I don't understand it. And also, I was brought up very similar to you, so I definitely know for me it was the environment that I was in. Like it
Mm.
was were that sort of thing didn't exist. It were a load of bullshit.
Yes.
However, I obviously it's in me already. So the spiritual stuff is actually in me, and I've just had to peel back the layers of the conditioning that's been put on me throughout my
Mm.
early life to be able to now figure out that this is actually who I really am. And I've had to go through motions, like different stages of like getting closer and closer. And I couldn't just go into the meditation for me, even though I'm a qualified meditation teacher now, like meditation for me was not my go-to. Like I couldn't understand that. Even mindset work, when I first started my first business, mindset work was like, why the fuck would I spend 10 minutes writing in a book or thinking about changing my mindset when I could be spending that time contacting 100 people or having conversations with potential business owners, clients,
Yeah.
customers. Like I didn't get it. Like the practical, I was a doer, very much in my
Mm.
masculine. However, as time's gone on, and so I found because I need something practical, and I also need the science behind it. So obviously I've done the
Okay.
science work, and obviously EFT is everything is energy. Like that's a scientifically proven fact. Everything is energy vibrating at different frequencies that then form different forms, human,
Hmm.
like it gets me. And I had this conversation with my sister-in-law on the way home the other day from Lisa's event, and it gets me how people can believe gravity that they can't see, that they can believe in how I can pick up this thing here. There's nothing there, and I can speak to somebody in South Africa.
Hmm.
Like there's like they can get behind that, but they can't get behind the other stuff, right? So,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I was this same person. I was like, right, okay, I was questioning this, like, why can I believe that, but I can't believe this. So I had to do some work at it. So
Mm.
T for me was the practical, like there's a science behind it, and there's a science behind it, and I could get behind understanding acupressure and obviously tapping on the acupressure points to
Mm.
make sure that like you're dispersing the energy that builds up there. The scientifically proven fact the energy builds up there. And
Yeah.
then I only ever have to do anything, see anything, experience anything once myself to get behind it fully, to have the
Okay.
evidence that that then works for me. So the first ever time I did it, the second I did it, like I was like, oh my God, like I could feel from like my toes upwards the
Yeah.
difference in my energy when I did it. So I was like, yeah, that works. I'm in. And
I'm
obviously,
in.
the more you
Yeah.
practice anything, the more you do anything, and the more that you see the benefit and the result from it, I will try anything once.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. Now, when we done the EFT on Saturday, um, I'll always join in with things like this. Like I say, like
Give it a go. Yeah.
yeah, I don't, and it's not something that I will actively go and seek, like I've said. But
Mhm.
if I'm at an event and it's on the table, like that's what we're doing, then I'll always take part. Like the Reiki and the sound bath that we had as well. I've had Reiki sessions before, which I always fall asleep, and I did then too.
Yeah.
On Saturday, I had a tough week last week, and on Saturday it was just what I needed. And when Lucy was saying, feel from your toes to your ankles to your calves, blah blah blah, going all the way up to your head, I could literally feel every single muscle relaxing in my
Wow.
body. It
Yeah.
felt like I'd gone to like blancmange,
Yeah.
like I was proper relaxing into the
Melting into the
floor.
floor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So, and that was like, and although I was so chilled, but I was really aware of it as well. And I was like, shit, this is good. Like, you
Good.
know.
Good. Anything that makes you feel better. Like me and Clint have had conversations in the past, but we've had like maybe a little arguments because Clint's an atheist. Clint doesn't believe in anything
Yeah.
that he can't see. Like he just doesn't get it. Bearing in mind over the years, like, he's tried different things because I've kind of asked him to, or is I've asked him to humor me when he's been having an issue or a problem. He's meditated and stuff, and he absolutely, like, again, like he's tried it and it works for him, meditation and stuff. But like I'm a massive believer in just like if something makes you feel good, who fucking cares? Who cares what it is? Like that made you feel good on Saturday. And I remember having a conversation with you beforehand, and you were like, I don't know, I'm not really behind all of this sort of stuff. Like we'll see.
Yeah, I'm open about it,
So
but at
open,
the
but
same time, I'm not totally cynical of it either.
no, I mean, yeah, exactly. You won't be like, oh, I feel like shit today. The first thing I'm going to do is go and meditate. You probably be
No.
like, get two paracetamols, have a glass of rosé. Like that's your go-to. Everybody's different, right? But it tends to be, there's some people that will go along to these sorts of things, and you'll find it hard to avoid in
Mm.
the business world, especially
Mm.
the circles, your business besties, the circles that you hang about in, and stuff like that. You'll find it hard to avoid those things.
Yeah.
And so even if you just go when you go to an event and you experience something and it makes you feel good, happy fucking days.
Yeah.
Happy days. Happy
Yeah.
days. If that's all it ever is to you, happy days. Occasionally when I go to an event, I lay down, I go like blancmange and I feel mint afterwards.
Exactly.
That-
You know, I had a massive headache afterwards. Like when I got home that night, I was absolutely whacked. And I
yeah,
was like, okay, I'm just gonna go and chill in bed. And that's
yeah,
what I did. But come Sunday, I was up, raring to go. I went for an early morning walk on my own, cleared my head a bit, and then I was ready to face the day. And I could feel a shift in me through
yeah,
the overnight. So
yeah,
I like I say, I'm not
yeah.
I don't disbelieve it, but I don't fully follow it
Fully
either.
behind it, yeah.
So
And
yeah.
like the way I would describe that to anybody would be um my belief with that, and I would choose to. So you've got a choice there, waking up on Sunday and having that experience and having that feeling for you. You'd be like, you could go either way. So your skeptical mind, you could choose to go, it's just coincidence.
Yeah.
Just woke, I've had a good night's kip, nice one. I was tired after like a full day yesterday of business and traveling and that sort of shit, but nice one. Or you could choose to go, that's some sort of energy shift. Okay, I'll get behind that. That feels nice to believe. I like that, because everything's a choice. We can flip the switch of our mindset like that.
Yeah.
Like we can choose to feel negative about something, or we can choose to feel and think positive about something. It's a choice at any one point. And I know what I'd rather believe. That's how I look at it. I'd rather believe something that makes me feel good, something that's positive. And it's not that I would then poo-poo you for choosing something different. I'd just be like, well,
no, everyone's got their own choices to make, haven't they? And that's what, we need to preach more about that.
And energy work is different for everybody as well. And this is another thing that people think, again, it's all energy work is not witchy. Like, or what people
I just call it witchy shit as a joke. Yeah. You're not a witch. Neither is Lisa.
I mean, I am a bit, but still.
Well, yeah, my mum was a witch.
Yeah, well, there you go. So, like, it's not all the stereotypical witchy stuff. Like, we're not all sat
with your hat and a broomstick.
Yeah, exactly. Like shouting, boo. You know, like, I mean, wait there. Wait.
Hold on. She's getting a prop.
Wait. Wait.
Fucking hell.
We're never there. Why?
The book of potions and curses, everybody.
Absolutely. I mean, it's my little wish book. This is my book that I talk to the universe in. So make it that what you want. But this energy work is very different for everybody. So some people it is Reiki, meditation, journaling, like EFT. Some people it's just going out and having an absolute piss up with their mates and dancing till the feet hurt. Getting on the phone with the best mate and having an absolute
again, it's down to choice, isn't it?
Anything that just makes you feel better. Anything that makes you feel better. And for me, EFT, and for my clients that use it, it's EFT. So that would be the offer that I would put forward.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So I will make sure that is linked in the show notes.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for the chat this evening. Hi. Look at her smiling.
You say hi.
Showing us your teeth. But yeah, so thank you for joining us on the podcast for this episode, and make sure you go and check Dan out on her Instagram and go and find that EFT training, because you won't regret it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You are very welcome. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Streamline and Shine. If you have questions on what we covered inside, please feel free to reach out to us on Instagram at bolton_virtual_solutions, or you can email us at teambolton@boltonvirtualsolutions.co.uk. We absolutely love hearing from our amazing community and are always here to support you. If you'd like to be interviewed on a future episode, please drop us an email letting us know which topic you'd like to speak about, and we'll get back to you. See you on the next episode, lovelies. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Streamline and Shine. If you have questions on what we covered inside, please feel free to reach out to us on Instagram at bolton_virtual_solutions, or you can email us at teambolton@boltonvirtualsolutions.co.uk. We absolutely love hearing from our amazing community and are always here to support you. If you'd like to be interviewed on a future episode, please drop us an email letting us know which topic you'd like to speak about, and we'll get back to you. See you on the next episode, lovelies.